What's up, everybody? Are you overwhelmed by the never-ending supply of depressing bad news? Well, let's refuel our tanks with 7 recent positive stories. This is Giddy News for the month of August 2019. First U.S. baby ever born to a woman who received a womb transplant from a deceased donor in medical breakthrough is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Mia de Graaf of the Daily Mail, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. The first U.S. baby to be carried to term in a womb from a deceased donor has been delivered at the Cleveland Clinic in Ohio. The mother is part of a research trial at the hospital, including 10 women in their 20s and 30s who were born without a uterus, rendering them infertile. About 1 in 500 women of childbearing age globally are infertile due to uterine complications. The concept of a uterus transplant was first mulled in the early 1900s when German surgeons tried to perform the operation on a transgender patient but without success. The first successful one was achieved 5 years ago in Sweden. Uma Perny, MD at the Cleveland Clinic and maternal fetal medicine specialist, said, "Everything went wonderfully with the delivery. The mother and baby girl are doing great." Emotional pen pals 81 reveal joy at writing letters to each other for 70 years is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of the Starts at 60 writers, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. In an ever-evolving digital world, it seems the art of letter writing is quickly disappearing. However, 2 pen pals are keen to show the younger generation the joys of writing and receiving handwritten letters. Adelaide's Jen Wiscombe has been writing letters to Jan Rumor in Perth for 70 years, ever since they were just 11 years old. Now the pair have opened up on their unique friendship, revealing they are now both 81 years old and have shared every treasured moment of their lives together. Jan said, "1949 was when we started to write, and to celebrate our 70 years of writing together, she sent this beautiful necklace." Jean teared up as she read back an old letter from Jan. "Sorry, it's putting a tear to my eye." And then she added, "I love it. Yes, just love it." Device could bring both solar power and clean water to millions is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Nicola Davis with The Guardian, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. A device that can produce electricity from sunlight while simultaneously purifying water has been produced by researchers. With solar farms often located in arid regions, the new device could provide clean water where it is needed most. On the top is a horizontal commercial silicon solar cell, and beneath this are several tiers through which saline, brackish, or contaminated surface water is run. Waste heat from the solar cell warms the saline water, passing immediately beneath it. The water evaporates, passes through a membrane, and condenses to yield clean water, releasing heat in the process that warms the saline water in the tier below that. Peng Wang, a co-author of the research from King Abdullah University of Science and Technology in Saudi Arabia, said, "It is our hope that we move quickly to push this technology towards its large-scale adoption." Volunteers use app to provide a helpful pair of eyes to those who are blind is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Reed Pointer at CBC News, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. Reed Pointer of Langley, British Columbia, is completely blind and sometimes needs help finding his keys or completing small tasks. So he started using Be My Eyes, an app where volunteers from around the world help the blind complete tasks. The app facilitates a live video call that allows helpers to look through the phone and guide the blind person to what they can't see. Pointer has received help ranging from locating his lost cane, reaching a building's entrance from within a huge parking lot, and sorting and labeling seed packets for his garden. For the latter, the helper was a lady who answered the call from Toronto. She was sitting in her cement truck waiting for something to happen at the job site. She had a little downtime, so she took the call and helped. Pointer has received remote help from as far away as Newfoundland and Alabama on multiple small tasks. He writes, "It may sound small, but it makes a big difference to me." Cambodian girl escapes life of poverty to land scholarship at the University of Melbourne is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Christian Silva of ABC Australia, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. Sophy Ron spent 8 years of her childhood surrounded by garbage and toxic fumes while living in a notorious Cambodian rubbish dump named Smoky Mountain. Her life changed after a chance meeting at the dump with Scott Neeson, the founder of the Cambodian Children's Fund, or CCF, which has provided education, housing, and medical treatment to thousands of people in Cambodia since its launch in 2004. Sophie said, "He asked me whether I wanted to study English, and at that time, I had no idea what English was." Sophie said she vividly remembered her first day of school, aged 11, when for the first time she saw groups of children laughing and playing. By 2016, she was on stage presenting a TED Talk in English. Through CCF, Sophie secured a scholarship to complete a foundation year of study at the University of Melbourne's Trinity College. Her uplifting story has been featured in Cambodia's local media, and Sophie said that she hopes it encourages others to donate to charity. Chernobyl Puppies are getting a chance at life in America is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Lindsay Romaine at Nerdist, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. The Chernobyl exclusion zone is populated with many stray dogs, but some of those dogs will get new lives in North America thanks to a program called CFF, the Clear Futures Fund. The CFF was originally established to help the survivors of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant disaster raise funds for surgeries and cancer treatments, but it has grown to also include care for the area dogs. The dogs are not radioactive, even though some may have radiation on their fur from sitting in contaminated areas. If they do have radioactive fur, washing them with soap or shaving the infected area cleanses them. Natalia Melnichuk, a local who was evacuated from the Chernobyl exclusion zone as a child, now helps with these adoptions, readying the dogs for their new homes. CFF also uses their funds on sick children, which means that every donation goes to something well-meaning, even if it doesn't save a puppy's life. India builds 250 homes in Myanmar's Rakhine for displaced villagers is the Giddy News headline, courtesy of Leong Y. Kit of Channel News Asia, and a link to the source will be included in the description below. India has handed over 250 new houses to Myanmar built for displaced villagers in the rest of northern Rakhine state, the two countries said. The prefabricated houses are part of an agreement signed by the two countries in December 2017. India's contribution is one of various goodwill projects Myanmar has received. China and Japan have also built houses to accommodate displaced communities in Rakhine State. Under the housing project by India, Myanmar has set aside 3 plots of land for the 250 houses, allocating them to the Hindu, Muslim, and Rakhine communities. Indian builders also engage the help and labor of the local communities who are paid for their work. Authorities say the new houses are within 3 kilometers of the villagers' previous homes. Under the 2017 agreement, India will provide an additional 750 houses to Myanmar, but the exact date of that project has yet to be finalized. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the Giddy News, and if you have a positive story that you'd like for me to share, please include a link in the comments below. And until next time, thanks for watching.